welcome back to another video. Today I'd like to do a very quick video just looking at the new Justice League Snyder Cut Mckfarlane DC figures that just been announced. I did see a leak yesterday of all these figures, but I thought I wouldn't cover that as I'm not particularly comfortable doing leaks anymore. I think I did one for Doctor Who and that was about all I'm going to do. But now they've done the official images, so we're going to have a look at them. And these are for the new Snyder Cut, obviously. So you can see Superman's black costume there, and just a whole picture of all the figures there. Looks really nice. Here are the two Supermans, and I have to admit, there's something that looks odd about them. I think the actual body mould and stuff, they look absolutely great. If you sort of cover the head with your hands, it looks really good. And I also think the face sculpts, I mean, for the size and for what compared with some human face sculpts Mckfarlane done in the past, it's actually pretty good. But something looks seriously odd. I don't know, it might be just me, because I've seen other videos, people saying that it's perfect, I love it, but I got something wrong with that head. I think it's just it's way too small. Way too small. It looks so odd. Or the neck is too big, or too fat or something. Because I think the head is it looks way too small, and almost like it came off, the body's from a really awesome figure, and then the face just came from a much cool, still a good figure, but a much smaller figure. So something looks odd about there, but I'm sure it'll look better in person or when I start seeing reviews. Anyway, so here is the two versions of Darkseid. This one is definitely a one I probably won't get compared with one of the armor, which I actually, even if the movie ain't great or the characterization of Doomsday in this movie ain't great, I probably still get this one. It looks really cool. It's a bit more expensive than normal Mckfarlane figures, but he looks really cool. But I think it does depend actually on how he's sort of represented in the movie and whether I like it or not. Because everyone's saying, "Oh, it's going to be amazing, all this," but I know it's definitely going to be better than the first release of Justice League, Joss Whedon's version. But I'm still not completely sure. But there'll be for another video going into that. But this is definitely the version I will prefer getting. This one still looks good. There's a bit of quite a big gap between his sort of top part and his waist. But actually, it ain't too bad in this picture, actually. Another picture looks a bit worse, but still looks really nice, and if I could get both of these, it would be much better. I think one of them should have been a collect wave sort of figure, but I guess not. Anyway, so here is the two versions of Batman, literally exactly the same, with the only difference being the head. So, of course, actually, does it come with the Bruce Wayne head, the normal version, or these two? I'm pretty sure there's two different versions, and Mckfarlane trying to get as much money as possible out of these figures. But the Ben Affleck head, to me, it looks a bit like Ben Affleck. It's not as much. I think this is actually a really good face sculpt for a human. I don't know about Ben Affleck though. I'm sure if I got a comparison picture, it would look like him. But right now, it looks a bit too young, and it looks more like Superman, like a comic book Superman than actual Batman and Ben Affleck, but I don't know. Anyway, the actual figure looks absolutely amazing, and the proportions I think are great on this figure. Because that's the problem I've had with Mckfarlane figures, the proportions sometimes been off. But it looks absolutely amazing. Have to admit, I don't even know if I can get this because I'm not a big fan of this certain costume. I never liked it in the original movie. I don't know whether I'll like it in this movie. But you see these things, I think they go over his eyes. I'm not completely sure. His sort of goggles on top. But actually, it does look nice. I mean, maybe they've tweaked it for this next movie with some, and they changed it. But I'm actually starting to like that suit now, but I'm not completely sure. I have to wait until I see the movie. So here is the new Thanos in the big packaging. Not Thanos. Oh my god, Darkseid in this new big box. I think this will be about. I live in UK, so about 30 something or maybe £40. I'm not completely sure. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be too expensive though. Don't think it's going to be like 50 or something, which I thought it was going to originally be. Okay, so that's really nice. Here is the complete Steppenwolf. That's the name. But anyway, I have to admit, when I saw the first few pictures of him there, I thought, I mean, it definitely looks better than the original, but I'm not completely sure. His forehead looked way too big. But oh my god, does this figure just look absolutely amazing? He better be a good character in the movie, because I want to own this figure, and I probably won't if he's a bad character in the movie. But oh my god, this is so actually just absolutely amazing. This is probably one of Mckfarlane's best, especially if those bits of plastic sort of sticking off him with part of the armour coming up looks as good in person as it does in these pictures, because my god, that looks absolutely amazing. So let's move on. Here's the Flash. When I first saw the leaked images, I was like, no, it looks so wrong, it looks bad. But then now we're seeing him looking straight up like this, I think he looks really good. I think the proportions are actually pretty good. Maybe a bit... Actually, I think maybe a bit too wide. He could be a bit more skinny in areas, but... actually, no, I'm going to say he looks very good. I'm pretty sure he's pretty spot on the sculpt and stuff. My sort of gripe is that I swear in the movies, those sort of lines on his chest, those X sort of lines, I swear they were a bit more silver in the movie. They don't seem to have any paint on them, which makes them seem a bit more bland. I'm sure they're quite easy sort of customised, but I'm not someone who usually customises figures, but I think he just looks a bit too plain. But otherwise, I think the face sculpt's actually pretty good. I'm going to say this is a figure, because I've always loved the design from that movie, so this figure I'm probably going to get at some point. Okay, here's the only picture I got of Aquaman, because I'm not a crazy sort of fan of this figure, so I only took this one image on my iPad. But he's something that's seriously odd about this figure to me. It's just in my eyes. I know there's been lots of Mckfarlane figures people saying great, and I think look wrong. Just I forgot there's one that people. Oh, it was that what was it? Batman Arkham Knight Batman figure. Something looks seriously odd about that figure. People seem to think it's one of the best of the year, or 2020 or whatever it was. It's something that's odd. I think that if I try and cover the face with my hand, the body looks good, and you would expect like a big neck and then Aquaman's face, but it just, something doesn't go together right about it. It just looks wrong to me. I don't know. It sort of feels like the proportions you'd get on a on like a really cheap kids toy, but the face sculpt, you can sort of see Jason Momoa in there. It looks a bit off to me, but I'm sure it'll look better when I see it in person. Cyborg, I think he looks actually really good. I really like this figure. Like, so much amazing sculpting and detail, and I like the sort of wash tip over it that makes it actually look really metallic and nice. And the face sculpt, that is amazing. That is an absolutely amazing face sculpt. I really like that. So it sort of depends how he is in the movie, but this is definitely a figure. If he's a good character, then I think it's one I definitely get, because I really like him. Because I hated the representation of Cyborg in that last movie. He was just such a boring character. And here is the Darkfather Build-A-Figure wave. It's not to do with the movie, of course, but I saw it was just sort of announced. So, well, these images were at least announced, so I thought I'd just quickly go through them. The Darkfather figure, of course, I have literally no idea about him from the comics. Not even with the rest of them, I have no clue what they are in the comics, but I still like their designs. He looks cool. I don't know if he's one that I would collect every figure for, but yeah, I think you know, if I get about 2 of them, you know, I want to finish it. I haven't actually completed a single build figure from Mckfarlane yet, so I'm going to have to start working on that. I think I'll get the maybe Bane first. I'm not sure. Actually, maybe the one before that, I forgot what it was called, but that was a really nice one. But yeah, the Batman looks cool. I'm pretty sure it was a re-release with a different weapon, but it's probably the one I get because it comes to the build figure part. Wonder Woman looks absolutely amazing. Just look at that hair. I mean, I don't know whether I'm going to get the other Wonder Woman that came out with the mohawk, but this one, now this looks like an absolutely amazing figure. This Superman also looks cool. A bit odd in the face, but I'm sure it's accurate to the comic. The body, I don't know if that's one that's been reused before, or if that's a completely new sort of torso, because it looks really nice and accurate. That's probably sort of the most accurate Superman logo we've got from a one of the Mckfarlane figures, because the one we got on the classic Superman is a bit shiny. But anyway, this, I have no clue who this is. Some weird Robin. I think it's supposed to be we call it Bruce Wayne. I think I'm pretty sure. I haven't read that. I might have got that from around the video, but still, I think the sculpting's amazing. All these. This is probably like one of the best sort of proportion figure wave we've got. So anyway, that's sort of my thoughts on the new Justice League figures. Just a bit of a messy video. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there. Anyway, so like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.